What is up, YouTube? I have a special bike behind me. I'm pretty sure it's a bike that most of you guys are not familiar with and probably never heard of, but I have been hunting these down for a while, at least for a good price. I wasn't going to pay a stupid price for this bike, but this bike is super special. It's technically my first Harley, but it's a Buell. A Buell XB. It is the Lightning line or whatever. It is a 900cc naked style, but I mean naked style Harley. I mean, I guess Harleys can be naked, but it's more of a sporty style of a Harley bike. So basically, that engine is the well, it's a 984, but it's really comparable to the Sportster engine. If it's not the Sportster engine, I don't 100% know, but I do know that prior to the year that this is, they were produced by Harley. This is the 2009, so I don't really know if it is a Harley or not, but it's Buell. Buell used to be a part of Harley, but look at this thing. It is gorgeous. I know that most of you guys probably won't care, and probably a lot of you think this is ugly, but I really wanted one of these, and I finally got one. The craziest part is, I'm sure you can tell how clean it is. You know, Harley, they usually look all rusty, and especially for the year, rusty, high mileage. Well, guess what? Just wait. Look at this. You ready? Oh, I gotta go over to the ignition. Turn it on. Look right there in that corner, right there. 3,265 miles. I mean, that's gotta be, apart from one that's sitting in a box, the lowest mile Buell out there. There's no way that there's another one that's better than this. This is literally pristine condition. It's got nothing has been done to it. It's got everything original with it. And I will say, I guess the only thing that is bad about it is that all the indicators gave up. They all broke. But that's just because of the material that they used. It just, you know, dry rots over time. I mean, this bike is super, I wouldn't say super old, but it's 2009, so it's pretty old. That part didn't bother me, okay? I can find some original blinkers and replace them, but, you know, apart from that, there's nothing wrong with this motorcycle at all. It's gorgeous, rides really smooth, and low, I mean, it's low miles. I mean, there's really nothing to worry about. And I'll bet if you're not familiar with this motorcycle, you probably don't know this fact. This right here, that's the gas cap. No, I'm just kidding. This is where you fill the bike, but it doesn't go in here. I'm sure you notice that this looks a little like see-through, a little clear. That's because that's the air box. That is not the tank. The gas tank is actually in the frame. That's just crazy. I mean, I don't know why they thought of that, why that even, you know, would come across someone's mind, but the gas tank is the frame. That can be a bad thing, because if you drop it and put a scratch in the frame, you're not only ruining the frame, which is already super bad, you're ruining the tank as well. And I don't know, I'm not 100% sure on this part, I could be wrong, but there is a fill valve, filler cap on the swing arm, and I think that's for the oil. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that that is for the oil. But this bike is just it's a strange bike. It's a Harley, not a Harley. It's a Buell. It's a 900cc bike. It's got the same exact feeling as a Harley when you start it up. It's got that rumble. It's got the vibration. And I mean, there's no other way around it. It feels like a Harley, but it doesn't ride like a Harley. It rides like a naked bike. You know, it's kind of funny because I was talking to some other people about the MT-07, which I just sold, by the way. This bike, I enjoy riding more than the MT-07, which is crazy. It's faster, it's smoother, and it was cheaper. Like, this was actually a third of the price that I paid for the MT-07. And I love it way more, and it's cleaner, it's got less miles. But not many people know what it is, so it's kind of hard to assess value on something that people don't know. But I'm just super excited. Like, this bike, I have been wanting one of these for months. I've been looking for them all over the place, but they're all either clapped out, they all have super high mileage, or they, you know, they don't have an odometer that works or something. I don't know, some BS that would stop me from buying it. But yeah, this one's just perfect. I'm so, I don't know, there's not many words for it. It's a belt drive too. So you don't have a chain. You don't have to worry about, you know, lubing it up or anything. You lube that. It's just, I mean, it's pretty cool. And these engines are known to do hella miles. The fact that I have it at 3,000 miles means I got a long way to go before I really have to worry about the quality of that engine. And I did say that I sold the MT-07. I did, but I actually traded it with cash. So I got a Z125 2023 plus a bunch of cash. So I'm looking at getting another bike here soon. But I have this, a Z123, or 123, a Z125, and the Aprilia, obviously. I'm making this video on the first day of bike week, so you'll see a bunch of bikes going around and all over the place. This is going to be so cool. It's kind of fitting to have a bike like this for bike week, because bike week is a little bit more tailored towards the Harley, like the brothers, but this is technically a Harley. I mean, you ready? Listen to this. There's no sport bike that sounds like this. I do want to get an exhaust for it if I want to mod it. I haven't decided whether or not I'm just gonna kind of like keep it original or if I'm gonna mod it. But dude, this is literally a Harley. Listen. All right, well, let's get on the road and get a little feel of it. But this bike is kind of weird. You have to fit into it because the seat has a cutout and it puts you right in front of the tank. You can't scoot back. So you do want to sit on one of these before you buy it. All right, here we go. I was actually super surprised that this is faster than an MT-07. It's kind of crazy to me, but I guess it makes sense. This is a 900cc, and it's not a flat 9. I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's a 900cc bike, and the MT-07 is 700. But it's awesome. It rides good, smooth. If I had different tires, it wouldn't feel as stiff. The tires that I have on it don't really allow me to roll over or lean over. But even with the ones that are on here, it feels pretty good. I guess this is the only mod. This doesn't come with the bike, obviously. Yeah, this is just a really good bike for around town and going for a little cruise. And I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's a fan on this, which most Harleys are air-cooled. At least I hear some kind of fan whining. It could be for the oil cooler or something like that, but there's some kind of something that cools this bike while you ride, which is pretty cool because most Harleys don't have that. I did have to replace the battery because obviously with 3,200 miles it's been sitting, and that was the only issue. Like, the battery wouldn't start, so I had to pump start it for the first like 2 days that I had it, but then I went and picked up a battery and it starts up just fine. But, yeah, it's cool. It's got passenger seats. It's got a passenger seat and passenger pegs. I think I scored on this bike. I don't know what I plan on doing with it, if I'm going to keep it or try to sell it. If I do sell it, I want to sell it to someone who actually knows what Buells are and kind of respects the history, because you can't find one in this good of condition with this low of miles. It's nearly impossible. So I don't want to just sell it to somebody who's going to store it outside, you know, because I keep it inside my garage, living room, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no, this is pretty cool. Alright, well, I just wanted to do a quick little review of this bike, and I just did that. I don't have all the stats on it, so I'm sorry if you wanted a little bit more in-depth review, but, you know, this is all I can do. I don't know too much about it. I just know that I've wanted one. I've always wanted to ride one, so here it is, my Buell. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you don't like this bike, let me know. I'm sure you don't, because it's an in-between of good-looking and not good-looking. But thank you for watching. I want you guys to have a great day, and if you're here for bike week, please ride safe. If you're driving around during bike week, look for bikers. We'll see you guys in the next one.